What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. Tonight, guys, we're here talking about the trade that sent Jeremy Hellickson to the Arizona Diamondbacks. My home state of Arizona got a great player in Jeremy Hellickson. Personally, I am not an Arizona Diamondbacks fan. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, but I watch a lot of Diamondbacks baseball, and I'm very excited to start watching Jeremy Hellickson. So before we get into this, I want to let you guys know that I am in the early stages of catching a cold. It's not going to affect my production of videos. This just guarantees how dedicated I am to coming on here and talking sports with you guys, because it's a passion of mine, something that will never be taken away from me, whether I'm sick or I'm not sick. I'm always going to be coming on here and doing some videos for you guys. So like I said, the Arizona Diamondbacks did acquire a big name in Jeremy Hellickson. And Jeremy Hellickson this past year, it was just one of the most dreadful years that he has ever pitched in Major League Baseball. He came through the prospect rankings of the early days of 2005 when he was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays. It seems that, he seems much younger. He's 27 years old right now, being drafted in 2005, which was a long time ago. And we would all think that he's still very young. He's 27 years old, getting into the prime of his career. Do you think that he can have a big turnaround with the Arizona Diamondbacks? So, through his times with the Tampa Bay Rays, he's had, positive seasons, bad seasons, and it just kept on going downhill at the end of his career with the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, in 2010, he came up for a quick cup of coffee for only about 4 games. He went 4-0, or about 10 games, winning 4 games, starting in 4 games. So he's had a pretty, impressive outing in 2010. He was a mainstay for the team in 2011. 13-10 with a 2.95 ERA. 2012, it was still a productive year, going 10 for 11 in a win-loss ratio with a 3.10 ERA. 2013 was a big hiccup, but the win-loss ratio was great, 12-10. With a 5.17 ERA, which was really dreadful at the time. And in 2014, he had a nice injury that sent him, put him off to the side for a while, for the entire, most likely for the most part of the year, only appearing in only 13 games in 2014. So that's not great for Jeremy Hellickson. But you know what? He's expected to be ready to go come spring training. I'm very excited to see what Jeremy Hellickson has to bring to the plate. He's getting a whole new look at scenery for the Arizona Diamondbacks. But how does he get into the Arizona Diamondbacks rotation? A lot of people have been asking me, in the early stages of this trade, Justin, where do you actually see Jeremy Hellickson, being placed in this rotation? Now, the Arizona Diamondbacks last year, before the entire team just, self-exploded, this team was very, very stacked from top to bottom. They're hitting with, Paul Goldschmidt, Mark Trumbo. We saw the development of A.J. Pollock being a legitimate starter in center field. David Peralta, Ender Inciarte, Cody Ross having a couple of impressive moments in the season. Chris Owings, Didi Gregorius. This team seemed pretty set and ready to go. Don't forget about Aaron Hill as well. So this team was one of the most interesting teams to watch last season. Before the team just completely fell off the face of the earth and just kind of just did not live up to the expectations. We all expected that Paul Goldschmidt was going to have an MVP caliber season, but no, it was all about Clayton Kershaw out there in LA taking the National League by storm, winning the Cy Young and the MVP award in the National League. But you know what? The big problem was their rotation. The Arizona Diamondbacks rotation was just god awful last year. There was nothing positive coming from it. The entire pitching rotation fell apart with the injury of Patrick Corbin before the season started, I think, and then all from there it was just a rocky road going down the line. Bronson Arroyo went down with Tommy John surgery. He was another acquirement this last offseason for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Just the entire rotation just completely fell apart. This team ended up trading a big portion of their players, such as, Gerardo Parra to the Brewers, Martin Prado to the New York Yankees to get Vidal Nuno. So this team is kind of in that rebuilding phase right now, and they're trying to get some more arms into this rotation, which I really do understand. And Jeremy Hellickson will fit right at home with the Arizona Diamondbacks. The National League has done a great job for, former American League pitchers, besides Brandon McCarthy, who was on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Coming over from Oakland, Brandon McCarthy was just not going to work in Arizona. So hopefully that Jeremy Hellickson can have kind of like a rebirth and just come back from a very down 2014 campaign, and hopefully that 2015 can be a potential comeback year for him. Now, where do you place him? I would automatically, you would obviously think that Patrick Corbin is going to be number 1 on this rotation. We did not see him at 100% strength last year due to his injury. Now that he's going to be coming back this year, he's going to be ready for spring training. I automatically think that Patrick Corbin will be listed at number 1. At number 2 is going to be a pretty interesting discussion with Wade Miley and Josh Colmentor. Josh Colmentor is a great arm, but he's been bouncing around from the bullpen to the rotation over the past 2 seasons. And I can honestly think that Wade Miley, a couple of years ago was coming off, I think it was an amazing season where I think he won close to 16 games, or I think actually near that. And ever since then he's just been another average pitcher in Major League Baseball. But I would feel that Wade Miley will be number 2, Patrick Corbin at number 1. At number 3, you can automatically ink in Jeremy Hellickson at number 3. He's going to be a guy that still needs to earn his stripes. The Arizona Diamondbacks don't want to rush Jeremy Hellickson at 100% rate. He's coming off of an injury. So I think that they're not going to automatically place him in at number 2. I think Wade Miley is a much more better pitcher than Jeremy Hellickson at this current point in stage. Wade Miley had one of those seasons last year where he really, if you're looking for consistency in that rotation, you got Chase Anderson in there. Vidal Nuno is another pitcher who really did a great job with this team but did not get a lot of credit because he had maybe like 1 or 2 wins on the year. So, the Arizona Diamondbacks need consistency, and you know what, Jeremy Hellickson at number 3, you do have an excellent 1-2-3 punch there with Corbin, with Miley, with Jeremy Hellickson. And then to round it out, you can obviously go with Vidal Nuno at number 4, and then pending on when Bronson Arroyo will be returning, he's likely to return possibly after the All-Star game in 2015. That could be a possibility for him. Depending on when he returns at number 5, you can obviously go with Trevor Cahill, who has just completely fallen off the face of the earth. After a successful career out there in Oakland, and then since coming over to Arizona, everything's just been falling apart from him. They sent him down to AAA Reno. He accepted his outright to AAA Reno. Did a couple of games down there to try to reinvent himself. Comes back up and went into the bullpen. Just nothing was clicking for Trevor Cahill. I think that they're going to give him another shot and place him in at number 5. So that is how you can round out your rotation. Number 1, Patrick Corbin. Number 2, Wade Miley. Number 3, Jeremy Hellickson. At number 4, Vidal Nuno. And rounding it out, you do have Trevor Cahill at number 5. So Jeremy Hellickson coming over to the Arizona Diamondbacks is going to be a plus for this team. Now it's all about turning over to their hitting. So I think free agency is going to be a must look out for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now we know that they're going to be open to potential dealing and potential signing some free agents. Now to get the smoke out of the air, a lot of people are saying that Max Scherzer is going to return to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And it's likely of a scenario if Max Scherzer does come back and the Arizona Diamondbacks do want to pursue him. I would be really interested in seeing if that was to happen, because obviously they will have their ace of the rotation in Scherzer, and then all of a sudden you can have Patrick Corbin at number 2, Wade Miley at 3, Hellickson at 4, and then you can potentially have Vidal Nuno or Bronson Arroyo at 5. But that will automatically, shape, the Arizona Diamondbacks rotation, and just have it probably be one of the best in the National League next to the LA Dodgers. So a lot of stuff is going about. I love this time of year with the MLB free agency. A lot of trades, a lot of rumors. That just it's just an exciting period. So let me hear your guys' opinion about this. Jeremy Hellickson is now a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks. My name's Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also like the page on Facebook. You guys will be entered for future contests. You guys get a lot of shout outs from sports athletes. All you gotta do is click that Facebook page, stay active, and I would love to hear from you guys about this video. I'm Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. I'll catch you